Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Thank you and welcome. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about the ascension process in a nutshell. And I'm going to tell you a little story, one of my experiences on my couch. I was just sitting there already some years ago and, just doing nothing, wanting nothing, just cherishing my rest and just being me, little me. I don't hide behind nice pictures, that distract you to the outside and you're listening to a voice where you don't see the person behind all that, or even a computerized AI voice. That's a little hint to the last video, honing discernment. If you don't see who's talking and that person isn't willing to show up, show who he is or how he is, where he is. This is me, this is all you get. You can see me, you can sense into me if you like, and get whatever impressions or feelings. And maybe ponder on that or not, that's up to you. Free will, free choice. But the little story that happened to me on my couch was, I was sitting there just doing nothing, relaxing, and suddenly I heard my guides asking me to imagine a piece of coal, charcoal or something like that. And of course, as we humans are, I asked, why? What's the use of that? What do you want from me? And blah, blah, blah. And again they said, with a very calm and friendly voice, please just do it. Imagine a piece of coal in front of your inner eye. Okay, I did it. And when I saw that piece of coal in front of my inner eye, there was a hand coming from above, from out of the clouds, and it just pressed onto the piece of coal. And after a while it went up again, away, and the piece of coal suddenly was a wonderful shining diamond with a lot of facets and clear to look through. And then I heard them say, you are a carbon-based life form. Under pressure, coal turns into a diamond. And that was all. They left me with that. And I started pondering, and then I got it, and I thought, oh, wow. So we are carbon-based life forms as humans in 3D with limited understanding and capacity of our linear brain, under the concept of false time and socially engineered since eons, so that nowadays special words you're not allowed to use any longer because then you get the shitstorm of someone or even a whole group. That's to me just also ridiculous. Okay, I'm digressing, sorry for that. So we are carbon-based, and under pressure, carbon turns into diamond. What does that tell you? The pressure we are under in the outside world, by governments, by media forming our opinions, which have nothing to do with reality or facts. They are just mostly made up, and they try to direct our thoughts into certain directions, to not think about what they don't want us to think about. That's the pressure. Or you can see your own hard life and heavy circumstances or your suffering as pressure as well. But under this pressure, we turn into silica, which is crystal, so a diamond. And what's a diamond like? You can look through, it's totally clear. Do you know what that means? We have to do our homework, our inner work, to get rid of false beliefs, false opinions, everything socially engineered in us since generations. And our parents, consciously or not, willingly or not, just passed that on to us. You cannot grow to a grown-up without being programmed. So we all under the same kind of unfortunate circumstances, that we think the wrong way and we're trained for this and trained for that. And many people still can't think for themselves or even question the things that are presented to them as facts. A diamond is clear and pure. That's what we have to become. And we are going to that, whether we want it or not. With the coming Solarflash next year and the first wave of ascension upon us within the next year, we are turning from carbon-based life forms into silica-formed life forms, which is like the crystal. And who does not understand analogies or metaphors? Well, can't help you then. Why do you think all the masters, Yeshua and Buddha and many others, used parables, analogies, and metaphors? Because our 3D mind is not made for the real understanding. And only by using a parable, they can kind of transmit at least a little bit of the real picture. So you know that light is working on our DNA and consciousness. And with the amping up, how's it called? Amping up strength and activity of our sun that works on our DNA and activates the light body, which is the fifth element, the ether or the plasma, and turns into kind of the silica life form, the diamond that we are meant to become. That's it in a nutshell. I had this little picture and experience with my guides or spirit world showing me that while I was sitting on my couch, just doing nothing, and just that little image, symbolically a hand pressing onto coal or carbon and then moving away, it showed the carbon turned into a diamond. That now to me tells all that I need to know, and as much as I'm able as a 3D programmed mind to understand. But it gives me a lot of hope. And isn't it wonderful to become clear and strong and hard as a diamond? With a diamond you can cut stones of the hardest degree. So that can give you an idea as well. That's what I wanted to share today. I'm again leaving some breadcrumbs because it's impossible to speak out the truth. I would need days and days and days and could never stop talking, and still some people would get it wrong and don't understand it, or think that this expression I used sounds racist or sexist or whatever, you know. We're all so programmed, we're playing well into the cards of the still ruling negative forces that make us suddenly name the UFO UAP. I don't buy that. And you know what's the long-term thing about that? The next generation, the younger ones, if they research about UFOs and they don't know that word and they research only UAP, they will only find what's under UAP, and all the other knowledge is gone for them. That's what's behind all of this rebranding and renaming and creating unwords. And a century before, it was another unword you couldn't use, or you were this or that, you know. All this polarizing and categorizing and putting one group into a box and calling them heretics or whatever, that is on purpose. Don't you get that? It's so obvious to me that I sometimes really get mad and angry because I can't understand why people don't get that. In the end, it's very simple, and that's why I love my favorite Chinese sage, Lao Tse, who said, "Truth is always simple, and if it is not simple, then it is not truth." Because it's the 3D limited mind that complicates everything and polarizes and plays the game of divide and conquer. That's what they always did. The ruling forces, not only on this planet, they do their same screen book play everywhere in other planetary systems, and they are well known in the spirit world for that. And if you once get the pattern, then you cannot unsee it. You will recognize it everywhere. And divide and conquer is just for that we are at each other's throat and fighting and infighting, instead of being at the throat of the ones who created all that. You know, it's only 1% that's trying to rule this planet, and we are the 99%. And my spirit guides tell me there are more good people on this world than real evil people. So if we unite and come together, even if it is only firstly in consciousness, by finding common ground in common sense, like a desire for peace and freedom for everyone, so that everyone has enough and does not need to lie or steal or betray or whatever, that already would cure a lot of the false things on our world. And still people try to infight, even with me on my little channel. Well, you can try it. It won't work. I don't deal with that any longer. And I hope you get what I try to transmit, really for the highest good of all. You don't have to fear the process. It's happening more or less by itself. It's the innate plan of God, Source, Infinite Creator, however you want to call that. The benevolent, loving, intelligent consciousness that built the whole universe with all the dimensions, the planets, created all the beings. And the angels, they are the living forms that one cycle before us made their quantum jump to the next world, a higher dimension or density and higher consciousness. So they have been where we are now. And the archangels, they did their jump 2 cycles before. That's why the Mayans counted the great cycle of 25,000 years, the wobble of the earth. And have you ever maybe questioned yourself, why does the earth wobble? And why is the axis of the earth not upright but tilt? That's another whole story and video, and I could waste a lot of time with that. Obviously, even our modern science and astronomy people tell us there must have been a very big object that came through our solar system, and the gravity forces of that object made not only Earth but some other planets as well tilt in their axis. But only because of the wobble of the Earth we have that phenomenon of the equinox, and the ancients built their monuments to follow all that and to create calendars and to know where we are in so-called time and what are the pivotal points in the year, you know. So that's it for today. I leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. Blessings, love and light onto your soul path, dear beautiful souls. Bye.